Hello everyone, we are group number 4. We are here to talk about biotechnology industry in Argentina. First, we look at the contents. Introduction to industry and country, components of technology that has been transferred, nature of technology transfer mechanism, examples of market-oriented mechanisms and non-market-oriented mechanisms, and finally conclusion. Let's talk about the introduction. One of the three sets of generic technologies re-utilizing a wide range of industries is biotechnology, which involves the harnessing of biological organisms to develop commercial applications. Agriculture, as well as the chemical, environmental, pharmaceutical, and other industries utilize biotechnologies. These technologies were first developed in the United Kingdom and the United States, with the latter quickly taking the lead in commercial applications around the world. Biotechnology capabilities, on the other hand, have slowly emerged in Canada, continental Europe, and Japan, as well as in emerging economies in Asia and Latin America. Argentina, like other industries or technologies, was an early adopter of biotechnology science and applications in many products. There were numerous reasons for the early start. For starters, Argentina has profited from a tremendous influx of European immigrants, including a large number of scientists. Since the late 1800s, Argentina has won three Nobel Prizes in medicine or physiology as a result of this immigration. Milestone was awarded the Nobel Prize in 1984 for co-discovering the technologies needed to make monoclonal antibodies with George Kohler. Even while Argentina's pace of scientific publication growth is not very quick, it remains the region's leading producer of scientific knowledge, including in biotechnology, despite its smaller population and number of researchers. In 2010, another study, which slowly reports biotechnology enterprises that innovate that process of product found 74 biotechnology firms in Argentina with significant presence of TNCS. Next, we will talk about components of technology that has been transferred. Old biotechnology exploits the potential of processes that are performed by these living organisms, whereas new biotechnology is more involved in the manipulation of the genes of different organisms. Old biotechnology involves the processes that are based on the inherent ability of microorganisms or biological agents for carrying out reactions, whereas new biotechnology involves manipulation of the genome and the innate capabilities of organisms. Start record biotechnology exploits the potential of processes that are performed by these living organisms, whereas new biotechnology is more involved in manipulation of the genes of different organisms, ordering and press pause in between takes if you have to. Old biotechnology refers to ancient ways of using living organisms to make a new product or modify the existing ones. On the other hand, new biotechnology involves modern ways as a recombinant DNA, tissue culture, and genetic engineering of achieving required results. Next, I would like to invite Klasit to continue.
Thank you, Kavind. So then we are moving to the nature of technology transfer. So on technology transfer, we are referring two methods of technology transferring methods. The first one is vertical technology transfer and second one is horizontal technology transfer. So under vertical technology transfer, we are talking about how this country is improved their technology within the country and by improving and developing the technology uh, by doing research and development within the industry. This research and development is done by universities or research institutes that are dedicated to improve their technology. So under horizontal technology transferring, it refers transferring technology between two countries or two industries or firm adopts the technology from another party. So it means when a technology is adopted from another country and it is spread over the country to other industries and other regions of the same country. So in the case of Argentina, we will first look at on the vertical technology transferring of Argentina uh, in our topic biotechnology. So under biotechnology in Argentina, they have invested so much of investment on research and development of biotechnology to improve that technology to help their industries to grow. And then they have also implemented dedicated national biotechnology firms to further do the research and developments and improve that technology. So then moving on to the horizontal technology transferring methods. In the case of Argentina's biotechnology industry, they have adopted biotechnology from UK and US, where UK and US is the countries that invented the biotechnology and developed within their countries, and Argentina adopted that biotechnology from them, and then they shared the technology with their industries, like from agriculture to human and animal health sectors in the industries. Then they share the technology within different regions of the Argentina. So basically, they adopted the technology and implemented it in one region, and then it is spread over other regions as well. Then I will invite to Chatura to continue.
Thank you, Lassi. First, let's talk about the technology transfer and transfer environment. Technology transfer is the process of transferring ownership or control of technology from one person to another, and the technology transfer oversees transferring technological information. The transfer environments refers to the conditions surrounding the transfer event in use. Many factors come into play when a company transfers technology. These include the company's economic and technological performance, business stability, attitude, and willingness to transfer technology. Europe is the main source of biotechnology in Argentina. When Argentina began to use most of Europe's industries and technologies, Europe was very helpful. Most scientists and educated people moved to Argentina as a result of that. And despite its slow growth, the large number of European immigrants has made Argentina the region's main source of scientific knowledge. That includes biotechnology. So moving on to the next, technology transfer and the transfer environment. Technology transferee is the person who gets a new title or custody or a group that receives technology. It could be someone or a country. The environment in which a technology transferee lives influences whether they buy or use a piece of technology. A technological transferee and its surroundings share some distinct traits. Now let's see what considerations to consider while transferring new technology. The first one is the availability of expertise. To properly deploy technology, the firm or transferee must possess the relevant experience or abilities. As a result, it is critical to possess expertise regarding the proper handling of transfer technology. Immigrants have helped the process since the beginning. Second one is the capacity of absorption of the transferee. When considering the small population, Argentina has a greater number of researchers. Another major element for the first adoption of biotechnology can be identified as the presence of a generic pharmaceutical industry and a highly productive and extensive agricultural sector, both of which are eager users of biotechnology. The third one is organizational infrastructure. This is also related to the ability for absorption, as a stronger organizational infrastructure may result in a greater capacity to absorb technology from the transfer. The last one is the stability and the economic status. As economic stability, the political climate and other external parties must all be stable. The biotechnology sector of Argentina is composed largely of domestic firms. Both dedicated biotechnology firms and diversified firms that have engaged in biotechnology activities, and a few subsidiaries of foreign TNCs. And let's talk about the technologies that are being transferred and the transfer mechanism. In the late 1980s, most biotechnology technologies came from Europe. This spawned many research groups. Due to the country's strong scientific and technological capabilities, a strong biosafety regulatory framework was put place in 1991. And transgenic events are used in public institutions to achieve various goals in various crops. But once these experiments are done in labs, it's difficult to get a commercial license. This paper examines why local developments haven't been solved yet, and we identify lack of strategic vision in institutions that fund biotech products development project as a major factor. The rules for biosafety greenhouses and the formats used to show application materials have been developed by research institutes. As a result of that, I invite Rosal to continue the presentation.
Thank you, Chatura. Let's discuss about market-oriented mechanisms. In here, we discuss about 5 market-oriented mechanisms. The first one is foreign direct investment. While most research and development is still done by domestic companies, FDI in the pharmaceutical industry has allowed for manufacturing to be transferred. The local generic pharmaceutical industry's technological capabilities were established through copycat activities encouraged by Argentine patent legislation of 1864. The second one is purchasing genetically modified seeds and technology from private companies in other countries. It has also been a pioneer in the field of genetically modified seeds as well as related technologies. The third one is acquisition or formation of specialist biotechnology companies. Rumours, one of Argentina's leading genetic pharmaceutical companies, is the majority stakeholder. Bioceres is a venture capital firm that focuses on the whole value chain of agricultural biotechnology. Fourth one is international partnership and local academic research and development. Argentina has some of the most advanced biotechnology capabilities in the region. Academics in Brazil tends to collaborate with Portuguese scientists but not with Chinese counterparts. The ANR and PID programs aims to increase university research and make academic output more useful to industry. Fifth one is private companies is private companies in the United States are hiring university graduates. The majority of university industry technology transfer occurs when private firms hire university graduates. Each year, roughly 100 biotechnologists biotechnologists are expected to graduate. Now we discuss non-market oriented mechanisms. Education and communication. No outward qualities distinguish bio-based products from traditional items created with petrochemicals. Most of these products are difficult to recognize by users and customers. A key barrier to increase market penetration is a lack of awareness and knowledge of the possibilities of industrial biotechnology. Training programs. The training programs are designed to instill practical skill, research aptitude, and positive work culture in students. Over to you, Tashika.
Thank you, Gosala. When we see the lessons that can be learned to Sri Lanka, investing in the biotechnology industry will give a positive impact for Sri Lankan economy as it involves using science and technology to living beings and biological systems to create or change products or processes that result in the production of information, goods, and services. Sri Lanka must place a greater emphasis on qualified human resources in the biotechnology industry by encouraging people to enroll in biotechnology related educational courses. Argentina is increasing its research and development efforts by establishing technological labs and research centers. The Sri Lankan government should encourage citizens to participate in research and training. People in Sri Lanka need to be given more enough information about the sector. The global market for high-end biotechnology goods is expected to be worth to $729 billion or more by 2025. This industry is rapidly growing day by day. Investing biotechnology related business definitely provide high economic growth. The biotechnology industry has the potential to boost Sri Lanka's gross domestic product. To conclude, Argentina is well positioned to gain from global biotechnology market expansion as they had established themselves as regional leader of biotechnology industry. Because Argentina contains research and development activities, a pool of highly skilled bioscience human resources, and robust pharmaceutical and food and beverage industries. However, the country's knowledge transfer rate and pattern have not been sufficient to develop endogenous biotechnological capabilities, preventing it from becoming one of the fastest growing biotechnology economies. Thank you.